BTHA1, what's the deal? We back with another episode, of course, another banger here on the BTHA1 Podcast with your boy Malik BTHA1. For you guys that's new here, appreciate y'all tapping in. Welcome to the BTHA1 Podcast. For you guys that's returning, y'all know us all love, and we gonna keep this going. You know what I mean? We gonna get right into it. Y'all know what time it is. But check me out. So today we don't necessarily have a topic, but I just wanted to share what I learned through this book that I had read called Mastery by Robert Greene. If you guys are familiar with the 48 Laws of Power, same author. So what I had learned and took out of the book and implemented into my life was a couple of things. So it was one thing that really stood out to me that just made so much sense, and it clicked like right away, literally. He was talking about how literally every legendary person that you can think about that left their mark, right? And that's great, and that was great. They had to go through an apprentice phase in order to become a master of their craft. If you haven't noticed, people that actually become a master of whatever craft that is, it looks like they do it effortlessly, right? It looks like it just comes natural to them, but they've studied and put the time and the work in, them 10,000 hours plus, in order to become a master of that field. And now it's like second nature to them, that it's not even forced, a divine flow. Another thing, he talked about forced creativity, how he noticed when he was under pressure to meet a deadline, becoming a leader in any given field by examining the lives and paths to success of historical and living masters, right? So him being put under pressure caused him to be, it may have stressed him out, but since he had that deadline on the back end and he knew he had to get it done, he made sure that he executed by all means necessary. If you notice, these people that are great, they perform well under pressure. They're clutch, as you would say in the basketball term, right? They come through clutch in the fourth, like Kobe. Yeah. The ultimate form of power is mastery. Everyone holds his own fortune in his own hands, like a sculptor. The raw material he will fashion into a figure. Meaning, many can become a master at what they want to do, but few will, because it's difficult, right? Because getting to a certain level is gonna take a certain amount of will, right? I remember this quote that I read. I believe it was in the E-Myth Mastery. It says, "For the individual that wants to climb the mountain, does he know what it takes in order to get to the top?" Right? A lot of people can know what it takes in order to be at that top position, but few are willing to do what it takes to execute and get to that top position. There were 20 steps that I wanted to go over with you guys to mastery, right? And we're just gonna, before we go down that list, we are all granted a choice in this life, right? Mostly speaking for the ones in the U.S. I can't speak for third world countries because I don't know their rules and regs, but I know here in America, we do have a lot of leverage and a lot of opportunities, right? We are all granted a choice in this life, but most choose the easy route. Only a break that is earned is worth taking. Let's get into the 20 steps to mastery. Number 1, know thyself. Number 2, become an apprentice. Number 3, learn eagerly and openly. Number 4, endure the starting period. Number 5, aggressively apply your mentoring. Whatever you getting your information from, make sure you applying that to your life. Number 6, embrace criticism. If someone has some type of feedback for you, don't get offended by whatever they have to say. Be open-minded to the advice that they're spilling back to you. It may be vital. It may be something that you can't see yourself. Number 7, emotional commitment. You gotta have heart, right? You in order to survive and achieve greatness, you have to be intertwined as one into the situation. Number 8, emphasize with people. Make sure you're making the right connections out here. Make sure you network and make sure you're very aware of your role. Because little do you know, whatever you may do now can affect you later on in the future in a good way. To where you may know somebody and you guys may be close, and now your name is in rooms that you wouldn't even have thought of. Number 9, observe free from judgment, right? Number 10, push through people's hindrance. If you don't, it can hinder your process through narcissism, laziness, and passive aggression. So if you got people like this around you, we do want to be very mindful and very careful that, and very aware that this can handicap my progression. Number 11, speak through your actions. Let your actions speak for you. Yes, you may say something, but let your actions speak louder than your words. Number 12, keep your ego in check. All right, and this is a problem that I was having, and I'm still working on to this day. Keeping my ego in check every time, because you are not your thoughts. See yourself through other people's lens, right? Meaning sometimes we got to take ourselves outside of the situation and look inside to see it at a different perspective. Number 13, give and receive criticism carefully. That goes back to, being open-minded about situations and feedback. 14, rediscover your childlike energy. Number 15, destroy limiting beliefs. So if you got any limitations that you putting on yourself, or I can't accomplish such and such because I was born without a dad, or I can't do this or that because it's just too hard. At the end of the day, if it's been proven that it can be done before, why can't it be done now, right? Number 16, embrace change. Embrace change. This is something that's very important as well. When we're going from average to good to great, and great to outstanding, and outstanding to extraordinary, right? Those are all different levels of different type of characteristics that you have to attain along the way to mastery. Number 17, learning is its own reward, right? Say you learn a certain type of craft some years back, such as construction, or learning how to drive a forklift, whatever the case may be. Say later on down the road, now you have this in your tool belt, in your arsenal, and you can use it now that you know the process and the angles of what it takes to execute on something that you've already learned, right? Determine why you are living. What is your why? Right? Your why will push you every single day to get up and execute on what you need to execute on. My why personally is to change generational curses. My why is because there was no solid male figure in my family, no leader, no type of positive influence, no protector, no man was that manly man for real, if we being honest. My why is because I came into this world losing, and I'll be damned if the next generations to come don't get even better and evolve off of, my generation. I can't speak for the generations that's been before me, but as of now, right, it has to change because I say so. And it starts with me. So now I have to lead by example and set the bar. Number 19, develop skillful and successful traits, right? Mostly things like self-discipline, passion, persistence, concentration, self-reliance, observance, confidence, commitment, fearlessness, self-trust, and modesty. These are things that, as a man, we should have, because these certain traits will help us be successful, very successful, and help open up doors that we could even possibly think of. Right, when you stand on certain type of morals and integrity, and you hold yourself in a certain type of way. Number 20, avoid bad mindset and behaviors. Right, this is very important. 20 hit home for me. Avoid bad mindsets, meaning once you're on a certain type of frequency and realm, you can no longer go back to that base mindset or that regular mindset or that, whatever environment you came from mindset. You have to adapt a whole different mindset of a champion, of a warrior, of a one percenter, of a great, of someone that's going to be legendary. All right, you can no longer move on that same type of frequency. Everything's done on a larger scale now. Everything's accounted for, right? And behavior, your actions will show the results of your future. So whatever behavior issues that you may have now, whether that be good or bad, is going to show later on in the future. What they say, what's done in the dark shall come to light. right? And this is just a bonus right here. Money is simply a transfer of value, building a product or service and providing it to the market. So money is the byproduct. Like, money is going to come. It's going to flow into your life so abundantly and so with ease, and you're going to attract so much of it once you find out what type of product or service you're bringing to the market and how many people can you serve, how many people can you add value to that's in the market. Then that will determine how much revenue you can bring in. We have 100 million people in the world, guys. Probably more than that, but I'm just saying, once you find that out, everything else will fall in place. So it's not necessarily about the money, just more about your purpose and who you're here to serve, knowing that why. I appreciate you guys. This one was a good one. This one was probably the longest one, I would say, out of all the podcasts that we've been doing. But it feels good because it's something that's very important and something that I want you guys to soak up like a sponge. I know in the other episodes before, you guys would hear me talking about, studying greats and stuff like that. This is actually the book that I got it from, which was Mastery by Robert Greene. All right, and what really stuck to me, once again, guys, what I learned and was my favorite thing about learning about the book was the apprenticeship. The apprenticeship phase is very important and very vital. Just like if you guys seen Karate Kid with Jaden Smith. Remember Jackie Chan had him with that coat, doing the same thing, putting it over his head, putting it over his back. But he never really understood fully the concept of what he was even doing and what he was learning. But over time, he started to do it so much to where it became second nature. And now, coat on, coat off. And you don't even, it's just something that you just naturally do now. Boom, boom, boom. Right? Find out what it is, guys, that you want to become a master of. Find out what craft that is. Find out, who your peoples is, who you here to serve. As always, I appreciate you guys tapping in. I will see you guys in the next episode. And I'm out.